And you're listening to News Talk 1340 WJRW. John Gonzalez, MLive.com, the Grand Rapids Press, and the Going Gonzo radio show weekdays at 1 o'clock. And today, as you guys know, I'm broadcasting from beautiful Frankfort, Michigan, Benzie County. Kind of this thing I'm doing for MLive.com, experiencing Michigan, tell you where to go, what to do. And kind of today's theme is focusing on the new things you can find in Frankfort. And joining us live is Torrey Bingham. He is the new owner, or the owner of a new place in town called Cru Cellars. How you doing, man?
Doing great.
Good.
Pleasure to be here.
Good to have you on the show, and also, and I appreciate you welcoming us to this very fancy wine bar and restaurant. Holy cow, it's a beautiful facility you have here.
Well, thank you. Yeah, you're one of the first through the door, so you get to see it in its pristine condition.
Well, it is definitely pristine. It's a wine tasting room. It's also a restaurant. I know that you're originally, or you have a place in Florida. That's about all I really know. Tell me about the history of Cru Cellars.
Yeah, well, I've grown up coming into this area. My family's got a cottage out here, so I've been in love with this town my whole life.
Yeah.
And through work and life and everything that happens, I wound up in Tampa with my beautiful wife, who is a certified sommelier.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, she actually worked, she was the wine director at a wine bar on Michigan Avenue for a while in Chicago. So we had a chance to buy a new place in Tampa, and we went for it, and it's been going gangbusters. So we thought, why not take that and take it home to Frankfort, where we really want to be.
Yeah, no kidding. Now, where exactly in Tampa are you located at? I'm kind of familiar with the area a little bit.
We're in South Tampa.
South area,
It's not downtown, but it's sort of a little peninsula that sticks into the bay.
Okay.
Called South Tampa.
And how is it different from what you have here?
Well, it's similar in a lot of ways.
Okay.
Tampa itself is more of a kind of a mini mall culture down there, so it's a lot of driving traffic. Here, what I love about Main Street in Frankfort is that it's just a lot of people strolling by, stopping in, seeing what it's like.
Look at the strollers there, right? People just kind of doing their vacation thing, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I love it.
And I know you don't think of a wine restaurant or wine tasting room as a family affair, but that's what it is when you come to Frankfort, right?
Absolutely. And, I try to tell people, too, it's okay to go to a wine bar for lunch. I'm not going to tell your boss. You don't have to drink a lot. It's okay. It's a great place. We've got great sandwiches and things you can have for lunch.
Tell me, Torrey, about the decor and this theme of what I'm seeing here, because I've seen a lot of wood. I'm seeing kind of some tone colors.
Yeah, we wanted to go modern but not uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I think we didn't want to make the mistake of being a little too on the nose, where there are grapevines everywhere,
right.
and like old wine presses. We wanted to kind of just, you already know you're in a wine bar when you're here. We don't have to broadcast it to you, so we just did some subtle touches to let you know.
Well, when you first walk in, there's kind of a U-bar shape. There's some white chairs around a wood table here, and the wine glasses were just out for the tasting. I noticed a couple different taps. You have, I think, a beer, and what else do you have there, too?
We do. We've got all of our beers are Michigan beers. So one of the beers we have on tap is Michigan Wheat. It's the only beer made entirely in Michigan.
Wow.
And with all its ingredients in Michigan.
Sure.
And then we've also got a great beer I like a lot. It's called Nicey Spicy. It's a wheat beer with a big punch of pepper at the end.
I like that.
Yeah, it's cool.
Spicy beer. And then, of course, on the other wall, right behind you when you walk in, I guess right when you walk in to your right, what is that? Just several levels and layers of different things you can sample, right?
Well, actually, yeah. We're kind of a three concepts all in one place.
Okay.
We've got the retail, so that's our retail shelf.
That's your retail area,
yep.
Okay.
And so you can kind of browse our shelves, or you can sit down, enjoy the wine bar. We've got a great creative restaurant attached to it, and we do tastings every day of local Michigan wines, too, if you want to do one of those.
So you have Michigan, and then, of course, wines from other parts of the world as well. And then when you enter into your restaurant wine bar here, the back end is kind of where you get seated for your dining experience, right?
Absolutely, yeah. We have three different seating areas. We've got the bar, which you're totally welcome to eat your meal at the bar.
Of course,
it's welcome there. We also have a nice little lounge. It's kind of a little bit more intimate.
Okay.
And then we've got the dining area, which is kind of a fun place to be.
How many people can you seat in here?
About 70 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a decent size.
Yeah, I think it's a manageable size. It's not a grand cavern kind of buffet type of place, but it's not a corner tiny little shop either.
Exactly. Say, tell me about your menu. I took a look at it last time I was here, and I don't have it memorized just yet, but I remember there were a lot of interesting things on it.
Sure. Well, one thing that's really popular is our cheese plates. It's our farmer's platters. You can mix and match different cheeses and meats and charcuterie and small things.
Mm-hmm.
But we also have a great chef-driven menu, which includes a lot of burgers, salads, sandwiches, but also things like short ribs, a great walleye that we do a little bit differently. And, people lately, I think, have been staying away from chicken when they go to restaurants, but because it's kind of boring, I think some people think. We really wanted to take chicken and make it interesting for our diners, so we've got a great chicken.
Really? Well, how so? In what way?
We brine it for 36 hours. We just sort of almost over-prepare it. I think a lot of great chefs say, well, simplicity in your food. You really want to taste the ingredients, and I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
Except when it comes to chicken. I want to go crazy with the chicken.
I love it. I can't wait to try some of your chicken. Okay, Cru Cellars. Now, where does the Cru, C-R-U, where does that come from?
Cru is a French word. It's sort of a French designation of an exceptional plot of land. So you can say this wine is a Grand Cru or a Premier Cru because it comes from a very good
I'm
vineyard.
Showing my wine ignorance. I'm more of a beer guy, but 2013 is my year of the beer.
Okay.
2014 is my year of wine. See,
all right, so I'll be seeing a lot of you next year.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm prepping right. See, right now, this is the way I work. People that know me, I kind of do research along the way. Whatever's my next big thing I'm going to do. I'm one of those guys. Probably you're the same way, where when you get into something, you really get into it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people are like that, right?
I'm hoping I might be able to convert you before 14. I think we're going to make you a wine guy.
Oh my goodness! I did go to a wine event in Detroit a couple months ago, and it was fantastic. And a lot of the wine that I had down there was from this region.
Yes, and that's what I think a lot of people in this region are really starting to understand how great we have it up here.
Yeah.
A lot of wineries are really coming on strong. The rest of the country is still slowly learning. Yeah. But what I'm pleased to see is how many people around here really understand how great it is up here. You can get some great wine.
So your story, Torrey, for you and your wife, I mean, you guys, you basically grew up coming up here, vacationing in this area, fell in love with the area, and wanted to open a business here.
Absolutely. Yeah, we want to be a part of it. This is the scene where we think we should be.
So where did you actually go to school at, though?
I met my wife at Ohio Wesleyan.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, so not Ohio State, so it's okay. I can cross the border into Michigan. It's
you're
right.
okay.
Yeah.
We like you, even though you went to the Buckeye State.
Yeah.
You're not a Buckeye. And just there, you just said, hey, I'm going to try some different things and do some different things for a career? Or did you just want to go into...
Yeah, I did not know in college that I'd wind up in the wine industry. Out of college, I went and I was selling industrial safety products for a while.
Really?
Well, that's how I wound up in Florida, actually. But right away, Jennifer, my wife, knew she wanted wine was it for her. So she, right out of school, started getting into it. It was great.
And one thing I noticed about Frankfort is probably why you love it too. It's a tourist area, no question about it, but it doesn't feel touristy. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I think that's fair. This is a real hometown for a lot of people, and so we invite a lot of tourists to come and visit our hometown, but it's still where people live.
Yeah, it just seems like, I think maybe it's because of a wine bar like yourself and the new brewery down the road. I mean, there are destinations that are beyond just kind of a tourist trap area. You know what I mean?
Sure, absolutely.
There's more to it than just like, hey, come here and spend your money. It's, hey, come here and enjoy the experience.
Yes. Yeah,
I think I summed it up right.
There we go, perfectly. I'll put that on the brochures.
All right, how can we? Where are you located at exactly, and how can we learn more about Cru Cellars?
We're right on the heart of Main Street in Frankfort. So if you just take a little dip off of M22, you'll be on Main Street in Frankfort, and we're right at 411, so right in the middle.
All right, sounds good. And Facebook website?
Yep, we're at crucellarsmichigan.com, and we also have a great Facebook page.
All right, well, thanks a lot. Nice to meet you, Torrey.
Nice to meet you.
All right, I'm going to work on that conversion.
Good.
Maybe later tonight. All right, thanks a lot, folks. We appreciate you joining us today. We're going to do local news here in a couple minutes. We'll do ABC News at the top of the hour, and then Mike Huckabee here on News Talk 1340 WJRW.